Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Timberborn. And this is the Permadeath series, and we just survived another drought, and we are on cycle 16, day 132. But we're coming to the end of that drought, and the colony survived, and I would like to keep it surviving, so we've turned on all of the birthing pods. They're ready to go. We just need to do some management of the colony to get that water back into storage before we dive back into the construction of our robot district, the crazy structure at the back. And this is a permadeath series, and I'm going to be a little bit careful with that. And I haven't been. Really haven't been. And I think I'm pushing my my luck a little bit at the moment. And I think what we need to do is focus on getting the colony ready for the next water, which is in 2.7 days. Let's do that. And the things that we need to do are turn on the water pumps. We're going to turn off the water dump. We don't need that on. And they're all turned on. That's all turned on. That's fine. We're going to turn on our deep mechanical pump. And I'm going to close this sluice. I'm going to close this sluice because I want to focus on getting water into the reservoirs first. And I'm going to close these sluices because we're not going to open the food district for a while. So we may as well close the district crossings as well. I'm really hoping this micromanagement is going to be able to stop soon. But I've got to focus on getting a lot of stuff done and then just not building quick enough. We're going to take all of the beavers for metal. We're going to send them back to Pineappleton and focus here. Now, I remember when we built this, I've tried to fix this, and this is the power that's going to power our water wheels for the new, the new cycle. I'm stopping talking because I need them to focus on it, and this is all critical. And I need them to stop building this, which means they're going to have to destroy this staircase, and then they focus on what they need to focus on. So we're going to shorten the days so they finish work early today, get them off and out of this area. And then we're coming up for water as well, look. We're going to get them off and out of this area. Right, they're out. Let's delete that. Let's increase the workday back. And I also believe that this stuff here is set to important. And I want them only to focus on the dynamite. We need to get this bit fixed first. We can start putting the power in. We can start doing that. Are they going to come down here? Do we have any dynamite in storage, more importantly? Yeah, we've got dynamite in storage. Are they coming? He's got some dynamite. Where's he taking that? He's got some dynamite. I have no idea where he's taking that, but this one's doing the right thing. Okay. We're going to blow that as we go, and we're going to put this in. I believe that goes all the way up to that level there. Okay. And then we're going to continue this run. Make that important. Okay. That bit there. This one as well. I've got to be careful. I think all that water that I've just stopped them accessing is The only water they can get to right now. But the quicker they build this... Oh, that was close. That's a permadeath rule if I kill a beaver through dynamite. Thanks to a comment by one of our viewers. I nearly took myself out just then. Okay. Let's get them building this. And we're going to cap this off. And put a path on this bit to get them back over there. And make this crossing here critical. Drought has ended. Let's go and check that out. Let's go and check that out. It's always an exciting time. The drought ending, but what's not an exciting time is... Let's turn those on. Let's get some more builders because we need to get these pumps working. Because right now, they're not gonna be very much. Okay, well, how are we doing down here? You can have water when you've got this power chain connected again. Oh man, where have they just gone? Where are they going? Gone off somewhere in... Oh my, they're actually starting to build. Oh. Come on. They're actually starting to build inside here. That's ridiculous. But you kind of need to focus on what I asked you to focus on. Alright, one more bit. Okay, I need to go and get this path put back in, otherwise they're all going to die of thirst. Where does it go? It's there. That goes in there. We make that a priority and hope that they've connected it. Right, yeah, they've connected it. Right, so we are now running at 100% on the water wheel again, and we're going to get this. Right, there we go. Right, now we're good. Getting water in the reservoir, we've got 100% working. They're building this stair here. So they won't die of thirst, which would be bad. And then they can carry on as normal once they've done that. Now, what we do need to do is make sure that we're getting extract and dynamite and everything else that we were doing. So the extract factory we're going to put on. I think I want to have at least one of each type of factory as a priority. I think that is important. That is important that we do that. So they're all working now, which is great. That's got a lantern on, so he's good. He stood there. Got a few there. I want to make you an important one. We've got no water up here, so there's no reason why I'll turn those on. But we're going to turn the farms on. And that should give me a base level of stuff. Yeah. Okay, yeah, they're starting to put beavers into there, so we get the population back to where it needs to be. We're putting water in. This is all stopped, so this pump is also helping put water into reservoir 2, which is good. So we've got 7 pumps at the moment that are collecting water. That's great. And everything else is taking water out. You guys need to be priority. It's not an option. Okay. And they are continuing to build this new pumping system. And I think this pumping system is getting more and more critical every single cycle. We need to get water out of here and into here as quickly as we possibly can. This is going to take ages to build. It's a lot of material. But they're getting through it quite quickly at the moment, surprisingly. But we're gonna focus on that. There's no point turning these on yet because the water's not near them. So there'll just be beavers in there doing nothing. And they could be building at the moment. And they are doing a great job on this up here. Yeah, they're just smashing through that. There are steps up here, aren't they, down to that level? Yeah, there are. Okay. Right, I think we can leave this for now and go and focus on robot. But before I go, I am going to turn these on because I'm going to be over there for a while. And I'm going to lose track of this, and we need to get as much water stored as we possibly can. All right, we're going to leave these guys to it, and we're going to go back over to Robot. Now, Robot is our new district that we've been working on. This thing's totally crazy. If we're going to add some lore to this, the beavers don't want this bad water anywhere around them, so they've built this huge building around to contain it. Yep. And there are windows in it, and if this is the first time you've seen it, isn't it fabulous? Let me give you a tour of where we got to. We have 2 decks of power wheels that run through this thing. We've got the second deck here, and the first deck, which we've already built, which is operating down here already. There's a few wheels in there that need to be finished. And then as we go up, we've got district crossings that the robots will be able to use, and if the robots all die out or there's a problem, we have housing with fire pits and clocks and plants and healthcare areas. We have storage for water, for grease, and for extract, food. Everything up here is set up for that to work. What we're going to do is fix the thing that I broke, putting that power chain in first that I've just noticed. And there's meant to be a district crossing here. Okay, so that's good. And then what we need to do is start building our robot stuff. And we're going to build some bot parts first. So we'll put 3 that side, we'll put 3 this side, we'll put 3 up there. Oops. And we will put 3 here. Now these bottom ones are going to make chassis. The top ones are going to make limbs. And what I do know about these robot places is actually they need more limbs because they use 2 per bot than anything else. So there always needs to be more limbs than anything else. And we'll put some more of these down here, and we'll have some more heads up here. Now eventually we'll have robots working these things. But before that, we're going to put the assemblies on top of this. And then we're going to need some storage for it as well. So we're going to put 1 there, and we're going to have another 1 there, and then we'll put on top and start to build a path network. Is that right? Yeah, I think it connects there, but let's do this bit first. Okay. Now we need to go up to level 2. And this is going to have to go up to level 2 again to get to those other buildings, which are there. And then we're going to need a 3, and we're going to need a 2, which comes into that level. Oops. And put some spiral staircases in. They look great. Got a 3. We got a 2. Spiral staircase, and then a 2. Yeah, a 2. That means this path will now connect to that path. This path connects to that path. That connects up to there. That looks fantastic. And then we're going to need a 1 on each side. And then we can come, oops, yeah, we can come straight up there. And then that path can connect into there. Like that. And we can probably come down a 3, a 2, and a 1. Is that right? No, 3, 2, and a 2 there to match the other side. That one, that one, that one. And then probably a 1 and a 1, which takes us into there. That goes under there, which is fine. Yep, that's good. I'm happy with that. So I didn't need that there for now. And this is going to have a 3, a 2, and a 2, and a 1. Oh, hold on a minute. They're not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. And that's not going to work. And it's not going to work because this level needs a 2 running through it to get to that. So we'll fix that. 1, 2, in. Okay, I think that works. Oh, there's a 2 deck there, though. That means I could plug in. I could plug into that if there wasn't a spiral staircase there. That would be quite good. Maybe what I could do is instead of, yeah, we could go a 2 through there and a 1 through here. That gives me another one of those. We put one of those in there. That goes through there. And then a spiral staircase. Yes. So what was that? That was a 2 and a 1. Spiral staircase. And then a 1. Yeah, a 1. That goes there. That goes in there. So that's linked up to that. I'll have to go down these levels. They're getting too complicated. And then that path can join through there. So that's the ground floor. That level. And across to that level. And then we're going to come across that middle bit and... Oh, I did something dumb. Let's get rid of it. Oh, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. It's going to be weird. Oh. Sometimes I love the autosave feature. I really do. It's saved me so many times, but you know what? Sometimes it can really throw you off. I need power. Oh man. Okay. I need power. How am I going to get power? Because it is a mess down here. Here's my power line. And I need to get it past this. And get it up here. There. It needs to get to there. So I could take you and you. Power. You. And you. Symmetry. There. Which means I need another. Oh no. Where was I? Can't even find it. Where was I building all that stuff? I can't even see it. Is it here? I think it's here. Okay, that's not going to work, is it? That's not going to work. I need to... Okay, this has to be possible. I need to get it up here. So the only way to get it up here onto this run and get it over that is to come out here because these wheels are not in the way. That should work. So what I need to do is we're going to come out one this way, we're going to come out one that way, we're going to come out two this way and two that way, and then we're going to run this here and delete those, and then we're going to come vertically up, and then we're going to get onto that top rail and then run it both sides because it looks good. Only because it looks good. Oh, hello. Might have gone too far. Yeah, I have gone way too far. There. I think I jumped one. I have to be careful with that erase tool on this. Right, we're going to destroy this. We lost a lot of stuff destroying that, but don't we have a choice? Want it to come up here. How am I going to do that? I think if I do this, and this, yep, it did. It popped out, but it's popped out one too early. I needed it one to be one back from that. So let's take that design and move it back one. Delete this, delete this. Okay. Don't need that. But I am going to need that. That goes in there. Okay, now let's rebuild what I destroyed. Goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Okay, we're good. And now we're going to build... That goes across there. That goes across there. I need to get across. Oh, does that path? No, it does. That path links up with that one. A little bit awkward. We can cross it like that. Is that the... It's probably a better way to do that, but I can't. We're pretty tight in there. No, you know what? I'm happy with that. That would do what I need it to. That would do what I need it to, and we can always pop up another metro line. In fact, I might do one here actually. It runs down this central line here. Sure, we could. Yeah, we could pop up another. Metro line here. No. Unless this lets you do the same thing and then... I don't know. I don't want to try that right now. We're just going to keep this simple. Keep it simple. There's nothing simple about this build. And then we're going to throw in another metro line like that. Oh, have I gone right? 1, 2. Round we go. Metro line. Great. That's fine, except for that metro line doesn't run down the center of the building, which is really irritating. And because that's really irritating, I'm going to destroy that one. It's making the problem worse. Right. Excellent. I have no idea what I'm going to put up here. I really don't. But what I do know that this colony needs are wooden planks. And I could plant trees. Oh, I know I was going to blow this up. But now thinking about it, if this colony is going to need trees, which it is, I need somewhere to grow them. Which means we're not doing this anymore. We can do that one. But we're not going to do this bit up here. This bit up here is going to be used for planting trees. And in order to plant trees, we need to have a way down there. And because this is a crazy build, we're going to do it via metro line. Oh, is that... Hold on. Before I say that, give me 2... I don't think I can... The metro line is going to have to be above ground. No, we're not going to do that. We're not doing that. We're not. Oh, I could run a metro around the edge. That... Okay, yeah, we're going to do that. That's cool. We are doing that. Okay. How am I gonna how am I gonna do that? What are you doing? And you're oh, that goes in and up. I could run. Does that connect? It does. I'm gonna run a line. Oh yes, this is perfect. Like, I thought about it. Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay, this is gonna work. This is gonna be good. Okay, we're gonna run a metro line. We're gonna run a metro. Come on. Through here. Oh. The side of the building just because it looks good. But how do I turn the corner? We're going to delete the windows on this side. And then we're going to put in twos like this. Probably, yeah, we're going to cap it off with a solid. And then we're going to run the metro line. Yes. Around the edge of the building. Can we go this way too? Oh, we could we go? No, we can't. It's not gonna. We can't. We're not gonna go that way. Though I quite liked the look of that pipe there. So we can put that pipe in there like that. Okay. That's good. And we're gonna run. How is it? I've lost the. Okay. We're going to destroy this. And we're going to put in this. And this. And then. Oh no, it doesn't do that, does it? It does that, and then it. Runs all the way down here. Whee. We will go to there for now until I work out what. Oh, if I want to do any more corner work, because I think the structure gets a little bit silly around there. You know, we could just. We could cap that off with an end. Like this. For now. Okay, that's amazing. And that effort was so we could put a tube station here for a forester. So we're gonna have oh, if there's no water up there, though, why would we have a forester? Oh no. Okay, well. We need. Okay, well, we'll come back to that problem later. I need to get water up there. Oh man. We'll come back to that problem in a bit. We'll get there. Why do I think these things through? Hey, look, I don't care. That looks cool. So, whatever. What we are going to put up here are some log. We're going to have some log storage places. And we're going to have planks stored at the back here. And then these are going to be logs. Because we're also going to need some sawmills. And then these sawmills are, first of all, let's put the path on them. And then that goes across there. Do I need to do it like that? No, what we could do is destroy those. Does that work? Because I can't get to that one, can I? No, that does that. That design doesn't work. No, it is going to need to get span. And we will then put a spiral staircase down here. That goes up there. That looks great. That looks great. We also need gears up here, which would make sense that we would then have gear workshops running. Definitely too many of them, but everything up here is crazy anyway, so I'm not really bothered. Goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Great. Do these have power? They should be. They're not, but they should be. I bet these are the same, aren't they? Oh man. That sucks. That really sucks. So an easy way to get power to this, there is, but it's a bit ugly. You have to go up like that and go in like that, and that will give it power. It just means that kind of fed from one staircase, which isn't ideal. But I guess we could come forward like this. Put a staircase down. Like this. And there we go. Power. A little bit more messy than we wanted it to be, but it will work. It will do the job. So now we have that. What we don't have are any charging stations, and this faction of beavers need charging stations everywhere, and I've only just thought about it. It would make sense that we would put some charging stations on top of here. The only challenge with this is they need power to work as well. And I can bring that power over. No. 3 would have been better, actually. I can bring that power over from here, but we only want this one. Okay, we'll put a 3 in. Okay, put this in. Now we can bring. There we go. That worked good. Now I've just got to work out the other side, which is a little bit more challenging. We're gonna use the same method that we just did. It's just gonna be a little bit more messy. Goes around there like that. It goes there. That goes there. Look at this. I think. Yes, we've worked it out. I could have just. It looks better though, so we'll leave it like that. So we've got some charging stations up there. That's wonderful. We're going to need more than that. If I can build this central piece up, I can just run that power grid down here and then go through them. Would make sense. What can we build? Well, we're building logs and cogs and gears. So we could build up here, and I know that those are a lot higher there. But that's, I don't really have to worry about that. I'm going to build some 2s there. We're going to put a path down the center here, and then science, we're going to put some more charging stations in. Run down there, and then where am I going to bring these? How am I going to bring this down? Think I've got a hole here I can aim for. So we go a 1 and a 1. Spiral staircase, spiral staircase, that goes in there like that, and then a 1 and a 1, spiral staircase. Don't want to do that. Okay, we're going to come straight down here. This is probably not where the district crossing is going to live. I put it in there to remind me that I needed one. Now we need to get the power here. How are we going to do that? I don't know. We're going to go... Goes in there. So we're going to run 2s across that one. Ooh, how am I going to get it across? Okay. Oh, I don't think that's going to work, is it? Oh, man. Okay. We are going to run a 2 there and a 2 there, and then it's going to run across the top of that and then come down there. That goes in like that. This one connects to that. We'll run that down there. And then, hey presto, charging stations have now got power. Okay. Wow, this is getting crazy. And I've noticed that we're 45 minutes into this episode. And we are still going. What we're basically doing is making sure that this colony has got everything it needs to build this. We've got cogs. Metal. Metal blocks. Nemesis. Oh, there's a... Oh, that is almost too perfect. I didn't know that was down there. Okay, okay. This is good. We can run the metro down here. And then, wow, okay. That works. Let's put a mine in. And then out of the mine, scrap metal storage. This is great. It's just too perfect. Okay. We're going to need to plant treated trees for... Oh man, we're going to need to plant trees and have planks and then treated wood to be able to feed this beast down here. So this colony is just growing more complicated. This district is more complicated. It was only meant to build robots, but now it's going to start having to supply wood and timber and... Oh man, okay. Kind of committed now to this. Like, destroy that district and then put the other... We're going to put a district in. I'm going to put it on the center line. Around here. And we're going to chuck some decoration around this one. Make it look a little bit important. A little bit important. Trees always make things look important. And then we're going to put a path around the edge of it. That looks great. And then Okay. And then our other path is going to connect. And then this is going to come down here. And then come down there. There we go. That looks great. That looks amazing. It's all connected. That's very exciting. We're not opening that district yet because this has all got to be built. I have no idea when they're going to build it, but it all needs to be built. And how I've took my eye. Okay, good. I was going to say I've took my eye off what's happening over here. Oh, okay. Wow. This is looking good. Some more pumps working here. I know they're just flooding everything, but the fact is that they are. Is that going to... Oh, hold on. I think that's going to flood our colony if I don't turn them off. Okay, well, that's great progress. That's amazing progress. We have 103 beavers working in this area, and we have hardly any food. Right, we need to fix that. So we're going to turn this on auto. We're going to get these working again to plant food. So that's on auto. So the water will come through. And there we go. They can start making more food. Good. 15,000 water stored. And then we're going to put some in the metal district because there's too many here. So we'll put 30 over there. Why was metal district got... Hold on a minute. How? I'm pretty sure I didn't leave any here. I mean, what have they been surviving on? I don't know what they've been surviving on, but apparently there were 10 here. No idea doing what, but whatever. We've got some builders. They're going to carry on building that. That's great. And we're going to leave food alone for a little bit. We've got a lot to do there, but it does need to be built. But we need to focus on this first. So the reason I've opened up metal is because we need to make sure... Yeah, we've only got 25 metal blocks here, so we need to get that moving again, which I'm sure it will. So I'm happy with that. Let's leave them alone again and go back to what we were doing. Now, what we were doing, I'm going to leave a little bit in the middle here. We've got these two, so 1, 2, and then we're going to start building again here. And we're going to start building 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. It's got 3, right? Yeah. There's 3 there. And then we're going to put 3 here. And these, we're going to run this through the middle. Like this. And what we're going to be doing is building this. I quite liked using that middle bit for stuff as well. Let's not put a path down the middle. Like that. Oh. Okay. This is why I shouldn't be building grids like that, because I never like them. Okay. And then in the middle, we're going to put, again, these warehouses and have something very similar in design of what we had before. But I'm going to need to bring power up probably through this one. I'm going to bring power up here to then go into these new factories that are going to sit up here. We're going to fill in all of this. And then that's my pathway. Okay, think, what can we do? Step up. Want a double path through here. And then we need to have charging stations. Oh, I don't know if these are going to fit. I want... No, they're not. Unless we go... I don't want to go out like that because that's ugly. Oh boy. Metal. Metal, 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 metal. I might... No, I'm not going to do that. I don't think... Right. These down here are going to be metal bars. I'm just going to have to change the design up here. We're going to do this. There is a way to fit it. I was just trying to be clever. One, two, three, four. This goes across. This goes across here. And then have these charging stations. Oh, it's a bit messy. Charging stations that run through there. And then we're going to bring our power all the way what's going on? A bit further. Is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. And then we destroy that one. And then we go up. Oh, no, we don't. We... For this, we destroy these two, and then we make a vertical... Why won't it let me do that? What am I doing wrong? Oh, it's the same level. Okay, optical illusion. We do that, we do that, we do that. And that should bring me to the level for me to then place one of these and put that in there. Okay. And then simply we're going to bring this to the edge and bring this to the edge and go up into our factories, and we're going to go we're going to fill in this. Right, so in fact, what we're going to do... Ooh, is that a good idea? Yes, no, it's a good idea. We can do it. We're going to do this. And then I can do that. And then this is going to come out of this factory and into there, out of this factory into there. Stairs go down to the next level. And then I need to get power. Oh, this is the tricky part. I need to get power across to the other side. But is it tricky? What's going on the base level here? I might be able to run all the way through here, up into that. And then this side, we can go straight into a staircase here. And go under there, go there, go there, there. They've all got power. Awesome. Right, let's have a look at some robot towers. So these towers... Ooh, make the robots more efficient. And I probably should have planned these earlier. One can go there, would make sense, and that range stops. It would need to go somewhere. In the middle of all of this. Let's put it there. Like that. This one we'll put on there. And then we'll do the same on the other side over here. And then need one there, and we're going to need one there. For now, just to remind me that I need them. Look at that. What a monstrosity of a build. And I think with that, we're going to call the end of this episode and look at what we've achieved. Robot district is being planned out. Like all the other districts, if it's an industry, it needs to run itself. And I didn't know there was a permanent metal place down there at the end, which is exciting. And we can get the robots mining metal, and we can make the metal bars up here. We will need to make treated planks so the mine can run as efficiently as it possibly can. And I honestly don't really know what these robots need. I know I haven't got any grease factories yet, and I'm pretty sure they need those. but I'm not sure what they need for the grease factories. But we'll come back to that later. I just think this is just crazy. If this can get anywhere near completed on this permadeath run, then I'm going to be proud of that. I really am. But there's a lot of other stuff to build. We have this project, this district project. I say that, I mean, we can't even have the food and the metal one kind of running at the moment, but we've got this district project. We have this huge reservoir 3 at the back here, which has hardly been touched. And we have all of our other projects that are ongoing. Food district still needs to be finished and operational. Metal needs to be finished and be operational. And I've got to build that underground factory area for extract down here to fill the mine. So that's underground there, which we need to look at. We also need to get water here somehow. Got this huge metro that runs around the edge of this. So that's got quite a lot to build still. We have our water pump stations over Reservoir 1 that still needs to be finished. This area up here needs to be finished with more water storage, and that means we've got to reroute the power, which is what's happening here. They're rerouting the power in order for me to be able to delete this power here and continue that design there. And of course, we've got our pumping station in the middle that needs to be finished as well. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot that's happening on this. And I'll do what I normally do. I'm going to let this run until the next drought and show you what that looked like at the beginning of the next video. But until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one.